He's off angling? Oh, nah.
Iron Man operational again.
Bro, like nothing's dying. What the fuck? Like, oh, is that Jeff that has that thing that's attaching to everyone or something? Like, I don't.
It's Luna. Oh, is this chick DPSing? She is. I'm touching.
What's going on, bruh?
Yo, where the DPS is at? None of y'all play DPS? Yo.
I can play some anymore.
No, we can't triple support with one tank. They're not gonna get any ult charge.
I went electric before it was cool.
What the fuck? Where are these guys at? Can we get some DPS? Like, damn.
When everybody can respawn, it makes my healing factor feel
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
yeah, it took a whole year to Deadpool.
Let us show these so-called heroes what mutant kind is truly capable of.
We've done this dance so many times. It's exhausting.
I suppose you'd rather just buy a victory, Emma?
Wait, is that an
The
option?
battle starts in 5,
My checkbook.
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Oh, apparently the Maelstrom version doesn't actually do more damage. Damn.
Powering up.
What is that attached to fucking Luna Snow, bruh? Is that her? Like,
Huh? It's like a tendril of fucking healing or something. I don't know. Some fuck shit. You just die through that? Yeah. My beam range is so far. Oh my god.
is that with Luna Snow or something?
Thor. My beam is stupid far, and I think it's bigger too. I think it's like red at the end of my beam too, but I can't see it from my end. Oh my god. No, you asshole! Oh my god, I hate Luna Snow, bro. No, she ended my damn beam thingy. I'm about to stick behind him and all.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Maximum pulse.
Woo!
Huge.
Of course, Luna's on the scene to fucking kill me though.
I like the code.
I'm back.
Maximum pulse.
Here they are now.
Powering up.
Larry's almost yours.
Rockets, fire.
Was someone on the point?
I healed. Oh, he portaled.
I'm gonna find a way.
No winner yet. Going to overtime.
The choice of fate. Big wet bottoms. What a name. Come on, Luna. Get off my balls, bro. Jesus, let me play the game.
Control lost.
Detective Luna on the scene every time, bro.
Need some repairs. Fast.
Just freezes me. It freezes me. It freezes me, bro.
I'll take a shield, sure.
It seems we have company.
Now let me eat, bro. god, I forgot she can do that. Storm can heal people with her E now. She has like a rain that heals teammates or some shit. And she has snow. No. She would have been dead, chat. She has snowflake. She had snowflake on and she was healing herself with her stupid rain.
Bruh.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
I don't know if I'll be able to use my ult again like that. Because Magneto is definitely going to suck my shit up.
Hey, yo.
That's literally what he does, bro. Does this kill me through it? Huge. Okay, I don't kill her. I mean, Jeff with it though? That's crazy.
Maximum pulse!
They've
Iron
almost
Man
got it.
operational again.
Die, big wet bottoms.
Control seized. No winner yet. Going to
Oh, I could Luna. Damn, he cut me to death. Damn. Oh my god, that one team up does damage.
Powering up.
double KO.
Please. Bro, please heal me, please. You've got to keep me alive, bro. You have to. Jesus. Oh my god, I'm spam picking the heal button even before I even get low. I'm pre-ordering that shit. And I'm not getting them. I'm fucking pre-ordering that shit because I knew she wasn't gonna heal me. Oh my god. I was pre-ordering that shit, bro. Please. I need this shit. Luna is lighting me up. I think she's self-snow. Wait. Oh, wait. Self-snowflake doesn't give a damage boost anymore. But still,
30
she's
seconds
lighting me
before
up.
your attack. Ready?
I've met many Supremes before. What makes you so special?
What's up, Azoff? How you doing?
I pull people from your grip for a living.
Oh, man.
Charge a lot.
The
I was almost at
battle
200k concurrent players on Steam.
3, 2,
Shit, they almost broke their player count, no?
all you need to do
Launch.
is capture the mission area. Got it?
Underneath my caustic exterior, I'm still pretty caustic.
The mission area is yours.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Oh my god, that hit me. Oh yeah, get shit on. Oh, Cyclops has a ult.
Capture the mission area.
But Iron Man is so fun with this team up, chat. January season 6. Oh, that's Deadpool. Please, Cloak, please.
Maximum pulse!
Oh, come on. He went to Sky. God damn it.
Maximum pulse!
Double KO.
That didn't kill him? I shot it behind his shield. And, oh, no, that's crazy. How did I not kill him?
Feel the wrath of
Oh, yeah. Feel the wrath of what?
They shall not escape our wrath now.
Bro, your healers, bro. My healer's fucking just trolling. I don't know. I'm not even flying high either.
I
don't
get the
fly
1000
on
shield no
them.
matter what, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bonkers.
Operational again.
Oh my god, bruh. Die.
Powering up.
Keep capturing.
It was actually losable, man. Trolling.
Keep going.
What happened?
It was actually losable.
Yeah. It was always losable.
I'm locked up.
In fact, it only started becoming winnable as of recently.
So France.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Yeah, how I feel to have a Z tier character, France.
Wait, what?
You know, I'm talking about France. He's over Thor main.
By the
So, oh, that's.
Oh yeah, that got dead. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. But they're down like 2 or 3. Walk up, please.
Like, why are things not walking up, bro? Like, honest.
Maximum pulse.
I am ready to put
She
on
doesn't
the show.
die? What? Yo!
Maximum pulse.
I am ready to. No winner yet.
What is. What?
Time. Control C.
How did I not kill her? Whatever, it doesn't matter. She wasted her ult.
Powering up. What do I hit next? I'm taking risks.
Oh my god, this was trying to freeze me. Thank you. The fuck are you ulting? It's one guy. Did you just ult one guy?
Victory is almost yours.
Lock in? Son! It's one guy! Lock the fuck in,
They're
bro.
portaling, they're portaling, they're portaling. Oh no, never mind. They might portal though.
No winner yet. Going to overtime.
This fucking Luna just lights me up. This character is so. She has 21 kills because she just keeps killing me. Okay, yeah, I wish we would have had that Deadpool right now. We just lost. We just actually lost because of that guy. He's so ulted one guy. No, that guy actually just sold. Nah, bro, I knew some points were bad, but oh no. Why is he, bro?
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Bro, what the fuck is it? Why does he have 18k healing?
Bro, I'm telling you, every time I have a support Deadpool on my team, I
What
always
the
lose.
fuck was he doing?
It's guaranteed, bro. That's why you're dying so much, all the
Bro,
time.
I was over here blaming the Invis, but no, it was the Deadpool. He wasn't healing shit.
Bro, it's always a support Deadpool that's not doing shit, bro. Every single time, it never
Oh
fails.
my god, bro.
They just gotta remove that character, bro. Like, people can't be tempted to play him.
If you scroll up in the chat, check the match history. Look how many times I pinged for healing chat. I need healing, I need healing, I need healing. I pinged it so many times, it said too many attempts. I need healing, I need healing. I was spamming that shit. Oh my god, there's no way. I was spamming the ping, bro.